Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new series of Valkyria Chronicles. This is a game that I've known about ever since I was a kid, but unfortunately I just never picked up. But from what I saw, in terms of concept art, I just fell in love with how beautiful it all looked. Even going to the point of buying a concept art book. And I've skimmed through it a few times, and I really love how they blend, this sense of Japanese anime with a style of a European conflict set during World War II. And so, with the release of Valkyria Chronicles 4, just not too long ago, I was very excited to play through that because, it's the fourth installment of this classic series. And, but I didn't want to jump right into it without playing the first one. I did that mistake with Mass Effect. I started with Mass Effect 3 before playing through 1 and 2, and that was just one of the biggest mistakes of my life, and I really, really regret that. So without further ado, let's dive right in. New game.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation.
So just looking at the map right now, it's heavily influenced by Europe.
Precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on.
Even going on to say that it's the second conflict.
The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders.
And we see weapons like Panzerfausts, but they're styled as a joust. Really interesting.
They found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force
listed on the map as
of an
PZ
avalanche.
Division, which I think stands for Panzer Division.
Prologue. Gallia to arms.
New episode has been added. A meeting. It's very interesting. I'm pretty sure this didn't come out on PC. I'm gonna guess it's a PlayStation original. But just looking at it right now, it feels like a computer game. Before games were released for other consoles before being ported to the PC, this just feels like an actual legitimate game made for the PC. Just what I'm getting right now. So, a meeting. So I'm guessing they're breaking up the story into small episodes.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule.
I love this art style.
Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
And especially how the opening credits faded in from a white sheet of paper. It feels like
I haven't been down this road in
an
years.
artist bringing this
It really
story to
hasn't
life
changed
right before
very
your
much.
eyes.
Whoa.
So I wouldn't say it has this
Already?
watercolor feel to it, but it feels
Hey
like
there,
it's
guys.
very picturesque, if that makes any sense.
You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Really? All the locals are just you honestly have time for that?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly.
You're under arrest for looking at fish. Oh my god, look at those helmets.
Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brule
I don't think the
Watch.
helmets would look so silly if
I'm
like that
Alicia.
front plate wasn't as
Alicia
big
Melchior.
and like
So,
said the
I'm
word
wondering what you've been
Brule
writing
on
in
top
that
of
little
it.
book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
It's like as if the person who designed that helmet wasn't sure if they were going for a military helmet or like a firefighter helmet almost. A new episode has been added. The Imperial Attack. Okay.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code.
And the voice
And I
acting
intend to
isn't so
take my
bad.
time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
Yeah, before I started this game, I wasn't
What
sure
have
to
you
go
gotten
with
yourself
Japanese or
into now,
English.
Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's
But just for
daughter,
the sake of
Isara.
things, I decided
You
to
do
go
know
with
everyone's
English.
supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing
That
to
is
let
the
him go,
general's
that is.
son. Oh my god. She fucked up. That pout though.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire!
Uh-oh.
Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there!
Looks like some skirmishers. Grenade.
Come on!
Okay.
Damn it!
Starting off with some civilian and military casualties right off the bat.
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
A new episode has been added about saving the game. Open the menu by pressing the F button, then select the save. Then select save to record your progress to the Steam Cloud and hard disk drive. Saving is a good idea before, during, and after any combat op. Anything can happen out there. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay. Encounter at Brule.
Okay, here's the plan.
I'm also really glad that some of this game is voiced, because right now I'm playing two visual novels, Doki Doki Literature Club and Summer Rose Court, and just while I love playing those games, just the amount of reading gets really tedious and exhausting sometimes, so I'm glad that we have some voice actors to help us out. We've got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. We'll deploy from here and take out all three of them. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time, nice and easy. So the condition for victory is all enemies are defeated. Conditions for failure are Vulcan dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
You got it.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Those eyebrows.
Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
About CP command points. When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here, you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy, then press spacebar. Doing so uses up one of the command points displayed at the top of the screen. They reflect your ability as a commander, and represent the number of times you can give instructions to your units per each player phase. In this battle, you have 3 CP, so you can issue instructions to your units up to 3 times. Let's try moving a unit now. Okay, let's go with Vulcan.
Here we go.
About AP action points. Use CP to select a unit in command mode, and you'll be plunged into action mode. Here, you can freely move the unit you selected around the field. Oh wow. As you move around in action mode, the action points AP gauge at the bottom of the screen will gradually deplete. This represents that unit's mobility. Once it reaches 0, the unit will be unable to move any further. Keeping an eye on the unit's remaining AP while they are in motion is critical to keeping them safe. For now, use the WSAD keys to move the unit near the sandbags. Alright, so this is really cool. So it combines like a blend of turn-based strategy with real-time strategy. That's really cool. So these are our 3 characters. So let's move up to the sandbag with our keys. About attacking. Press the E button to enter target mode. There, the unit will prepare to attack with their currently selected weapon. Use the movement keys to move the crosshairs onto an enemy, or the Q and E buttons to snap between targets. Enemies will not attack while you are in a target mode, so take your time to aim well before pressing space to fire. Your shots will land somewhere within the circle surrounding the crosshairs, so it's best to center it on the entire target. Shots to the head or other weak points will result in greater damage. A unit can only attack from target mode up to once per action, so choose wisely before you open fire. If the target survives your attack, they may then launch a counterattack. A damaged unit may not have the HP to survive the enemy's counter, so be careful when planning your attack. Alright. So we can crouch, and enter target mode. Wow, that circle around the crosshair is quite large, so let's just go maybe just against the back, I guess. Alright, he's gonna turn around. 3 shots. About ending actions. A unit with 0 remaining AP that has already performed an attack in target mode is unable to act further. Press escape to end their current action. This will return you to command mode, where you will be able to select the next unit you wish to direct. You can press escape and end a unit's action even if they have not attacked and still have AP. Okay. Oh, we gotta crouch. End the current action. Yes. So we gotta be careful about ending actions quickly, or else the enemy's just gonna keep firing. That's really interesting. Like, I'm getting a sense of, like, Fire Emblem and Advance Wars. 2 turn-based strategy games, which I dearly love. So, I'm just getting, like, a feeling from those 2 games. Let's go with Alicia.
Your turn, okay?
Okay, so now he can fire at us once we've entered his range, I think. Stop that. Let's just go for his head. I think we can take him out. Oh! First shot. Nice. Okay. We still have some action points, so let's look at the map. Got 2 enemies over there. There's one. And then the other one is way back over there. About using cover. Some sandbags for us to use. When standing near sandbags, the command crouch will appear. Press space to take cover behind them. While hiding behind cover, units are harder to target, take less damage, and are immune to headshots and critical damage. Immune to headshots, but their head is still peered over the sandbags. Okay, not a big deal. Meanwhile, units caught out in the open by enemy attacks will be easier to hit and could take significantly more damage. Advance carefully, moving from cover to cover, and always try to end your action safely hidden from harm. Doing so should keep your troops alive long enough to secure victory for Gallia. Alright. I don't know if we can make it to that sandbag. Can we take cover behind a rock? So we can cycle between weapons too. So the Galleon 1 is a rifle, B-type grenade, and then a ragnade. That might be like the electric grenade we saw one of these scouts throw earlier. I don't know. But hopefully we're just gonna end our turn here. Maybe they won't counterattack. Alright. Let's move our town watchman. Let's try to make a beeline for the other side to make the most out of our action points. Can he make it? I think he can. Oh, nice. Cool. Gonna crouch and then end our turn. About ending the phase. When your CP reaches 0, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. One player-enemy phase pair constitutes a single turn. The fewer turns you complete a mission in, the more cash and experience you'll receive at the end, but being too hasty can lead to unnecessary risks. The key is to find a challenging balance. Yeah, makes sense. So we are out of CP, so let's end our current phase. Alright, let's see what the enemy does with their one turn. Ooh, not bad. And then we can counterattack because we survived. Nice. Using CP effectively. When used well, even a limited pool of CP can take out a significant number of foes. CP can be used on the same unit multiple times. Oh. For instance, a pool of 3 CP can be used to move one unit 3 times in a row. Perfect for cutting into enemy lines or hurrying past dangerous terrain. That said, people get tired. They'll start each consecutive action with fewer AP than the last, so keep that in mind. That's awesome! That's really cool. If you use the cancel button to end your phase with CP still remaining, those CP will be carried over to the next turn. Whoa! CP are a precious resource. How you choose to manage them will decide your fate. I'm in love with this mechanic. This is awesome.
Ready to go.
It's like it feels fair. Like, you know, the mechanic where the characters can get tired. Like, that makes total sense. Let's see if we can run over here, get close enough. Crouch, enter target mode. We got lucky last time, but he also has half health, so let's just go for it. First shot, wow. Operation complete, with text that kinda looks like Naruto.
see any more of them.
A little glitch there. Rank B. Okay. I guess if we finished that in one turn, we would have gotten A or S ranking? New episode has been added. Hilltop Promise. I'm guessing you can even go back to watch previous episodes or even replay missions. The 3 dead scouts.
There's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
Spoilers!
These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war.
I wonder what 2 characters that could apply
What
to.
follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
And that is Prologue to Valkyria Chronicles. And I love how like the narrator is like the author of this book that we are playing out of.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
A new episode has been added. Alright. Okay. So it looks like a book, and like that's what I love about the animation style, like how we started off in the opening crawl with like a blank page, then coming to life with an illustration. And so whoever Irene Collar is, she's the author of this book, and she's detailing this conflict in Gallia from the beginning all the way to its end. I don't know, it seems so simple, but like it's really pretty. I love that. So we completed the prologue, 1 full page of cutscenes and 1 combat mission in about under 30 minutes. I'm wondering if the rest of these chapters, like these 2 pages that we see in front of us, or 1 full book page, I wonder if they can be completed in about under an hour. Because if that's the case, I think I found an excellent episodic format for this game. But I don't know. But for now, I think this is a great place to take a break. Just completed the prologue. And my feelings so far is that I love what I'm seeing and what I'm playing. This mechanic feels so much fun and fair, and it really reminds me of Fire Emblem, the whole turn-based strategy, and Advance Wars, which is a Game Boy game, you know, that's also World War II-esque. So I'm definitely impressed by what I've seen and played through thus far. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next episode of Valkyria Chronicles. Until then.
I mean, unless you're willing
That
to
is
let
the
it go,
general's
that is.
son. Oh my god. She fucked up. That pout though.